Welcome back to Spectrum.
This is a super highly requested episode, so we hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, dude, that's crazy. Oh, this is content. Okay, here it comes, dude.
First,
stick around
after.
Welcome back to Spectrum.
This is a super highly requested episode, so we hope you guys enjoy.
Please stick around after the episode for a special offer from our sponsor, Dashlane. But first, here's the episode.
I don't believe in the Bible God because he's an a-hole. But I believe that in the universe somewhere, even though there's a lot of evidence that there's nothing out there, there could be another dimension. We don't know.
Wait, the what? Spectrum, we invited 6 atheists to see the range of their beliefs and values.
I am open to some supernatural and spiritual ideas. 3, 2, 1.
There's a somewhat yes. What?
We've probably all had the experience of some older person saying, oh, well, when you're on your deathbed, I'm sure you'll believe, you'll want Jesus or something. And no, like I'm happy, I'm content, I'm excited about my beliefs. I'm open to ideas that can fit within a reasonable framework, but no spiritual or supernatural idea has ever fit that standard.
Like, I'm open to, that's why I'm in that weird category of agnostic atheism. Like, a lot of people are like, what's that? How can you be an agnostic and an atheist? That's weird. You're contradicting yourself. But I'm open to it. I don't believe in the Bible God because he's an a-hole. But I believe that in the universe somewhere, even though there's a lot of evidence that there's nothing out there, there could be another dimension. There could be like black holes, like Interstellar could go somewhere.
Right, yeah.
We don't know.
For me, I'm open to Wiccanism and paganism, It's a fun little thing to do, see what happens.
Wait, what is
I think
Wiccanism?
you can be atheist and spiritual too. You can have different beliefs. I've had some crazy Ouija board experiences. I believe in something else. I don't believe in someone else. I
Ouija
believe
board?
as above, so below. I think everything is very connected, and I believe that I should
Guys, did she fucking say Ouija board? Are you kidding me?
behave in a way that I would want acted towards back to me, and I think that's a very spiritual idea, that the energy is recycled and that our actions invite actions.
Praying is a waste of time. 3, 2, 1, go.
Praying is a waste of time.
56% disagree, 44.
Very often to me that prayer brings a lot of comfort and has meaning to them. Why it has to be that over all of the other options you can do, I don't know. And when considering that in a lot of cases, you're choosing to step back, you're choosing to remove your responsibility from any situation. Yeah, I have issues with that.
Nothing aggravates me more, too, especially in our current political climate, than when a group of people is gunned down and a Republican politician tweets out sending thoughts and prayers. But at the same time, I'm on the somewhat disagree side because I personally think praying will not accomplish anything. Yeah. But I think that what someone has to do to put positive energy out into their life and start their day, and I know that my parents pray for me every night, and it makes me happy that I think they're...
Guys, what the fuck is she saying? I think when they say thoughts and prayers, it's two things, thoughts and prayers. Prayers, obviously, for the more religious people, whatever, right? And thoughts like, hey man, we're giving you our thoughts, we're with you, whatever. Like you're mentally not alone, we're there, whatever, we're thinking about it. It's not negative.
Now positive thoughts.
You are alone.
Right? Am I correct? Am I wrong?
Pretending to react. Wide hard we have taken over, wide hard we have taken over, wide hard we have taken over, wide hard we have taken over.
Chat, let me run to get my food, okay? Hold on, sorry about that. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8. 1. We're back. Made it in time.
I grew up religious. 3.
I grew up religious.
1.
Girl in skirt don't shave her legs slide.
I was born into Catholicism. I was born into a Catholic family.
Yeah,
I think the
same.
majority of,
Not family, but
religion is indoctrination of children. It's just by happenstance of where you're born, what religion you're born into, and who your parents happen to be.
I grew up in a very quintessential like, Jewish household, but I did go on birthright when I was 18, and I think that was a big...
Birthright, a free 10-day heritage trip to Israel for young adults of Jewish heritage, sponsored by a non-profit educational organization. Holy shit, really?
Factor in my atheism, because while I was on that trip, I asked a lot of questions, what I think I was supposed to do to get out of it. And all I could think about was how if I was a couple miles over, I might be praying to Allah instead of Hashem. I couldn't find a difference in my God versus another God, or justification for why my God was more likely of existing than another God.
For me, growing up Mormon, it was just really oppressive. It was basically your life and your whole identity. And everyone that you even had to just hang out with or just be around was Mormon. You don't have a choice, basically. It's been a struggle for me. I left when I was 18 years old. I wouldn't have it any other way, honestly, because I do not like to believe in a lie. Mormonism is a lie and it's a fraud.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're very close on like the same spectrum, but I grew up born and raised as a Jehovah's Witness, believing that Jehovah was God, believing that, you know, Armageddon was going to come, and if you weren't a Jehovah's Witness and we didn't convert everyone else to Jehovah's Witnesses, they were going to die. You believe this way, no holidays, no birthdays, no Christmas, no blood transfusions.
Wait, chat, what is Jehovah Witness?
Oy vey. Did you know they're taking Benadryl off of the market?
Yeah, because if you fucking people get off that shit.
Thousands of people have died from some of these beliefs for
religion,
no
okay.
reason. I know many people have died, and they shouldn't have. This was for no reason. But I'm glad that I'm out, because it's really scary. But super religious, and once I was out, it was like a relief on my shoulders, because part of me when I got this fellowship was like, oh shit, you know, my life is ending. You lose your family, you lose your support system, everyone kicks you out, you're dead. It was nice to believe that we were scammed and we were lied to, and we deserve better.
My dad was just in a car accident and it took off the front of his car. He is okay, but he has a little scratch on his leg. XQCLX.
What? The world would be better off without religion, it says. What's your answer?
KXQC, keep up the good work. Smile, any smilers. Smile.
Can I stay here? Can I not? Go ahead. Try that out.
XQCL.
I'm not religious at all, but
I mean, all anyone has to do
I fully agree with
is
that.
research. Just look, just read, just go out there and see the harms that religion not inherently does, but that it can and therefore does.
I somewhat disagree.
Any major issue you can take in the U.S., and somehow religion will find a way to be behind that.
The reason why I'm standing here, despite being hurt by religion in the past, is that I feel like religion brings a lot of good to like the world in general. Like the pros outweigh the cons in my view. If there are people out there who feel like they need an instruction manual to be a good person, I think they should have it.
The more I've thought about it, I've kind of looked at maybe large institutions, power structures, dogmatic beliefs are maybe more the real problem than the really broad, big, unwieldy definition of religion. The community I run is called Atheists United. Most people in my community would love to destroy religion in the world and think the world will suddenly be better, but I see a bunch of atheists then that are struggling with the same exact problems, that still have the same prejudices, deal with the same stereotypes, and we just changed the label.
I do agree that there is community that's brought by religion, but wherever there is community, there is someone outside of that community. There are people not accepted into that community. There's ostracism. But I think in a world where there is either no religion or multitude of religions, there's always going to be like division in that multitude. And I just don't know if the ostracism and the pain is worth the hope that the community will override that.
Just to push back a little bit, given that we are tribal animals, right? We do get together. You know, if it's not going to be religions, which I'm fine with, then it's maybe your soccer team or your chess club or your sorority. And my biggest concern and why I work in this community is I don't know if you want to raise your children necessarily there, or if you feel like they share your values enough to help you if you're in the hospital, or you know, they're the people you can turn to if you're on your deathbed.
But just to push back a little bit too, I think that there is an issue if you think that the only group of solace that you can find for deep existential or physical problems is your religious group. If they're the only people that you can turn to for help, then that's a problem, because then you feel trapped inside of them. You can't escape that kind of group. And you touched on that a lot.
Absolutely.
Having different groups with different opinions instead of one group that has one fundamental idea and sense of morality. Because you need a group that can check that morality.
Yeah.
I wish I believed in a higher power. 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, I wish I believed in a high power.
Believed in a higher power. 3, 2, 1, go.
Stop moving, motherfucker.
I don't think it would make my life easier. I would have all the same questions I have and have worse answers.
I think it'd be very comforting to believe in a higher power, to believe that no matter what happens, you'll be okay. I think I'll be a much happier person, but I'm also very proud of what I have accomplished on my own. I know everything I have achieved is through my own effort.
Last year, someone that I used to be very close with died of an opioid addiction, and it like rattled my world, because I'd never really been faced with the idea that like you always know like you're gonna die one day, and people die and it happens, but it was like this like visceral reaction that we are so mortal and we are so powerless.
Yeah.
And it really messed me up, and sometimes I still like wake up at night and I'm like, I have to drink a lot of water and relax. I'm so terrified of the idea of not existing anymore. It's not the idea of dying, it's just the idea of nothing.
What?
I would be upset if my children believed.
What does it do anything with the question? I'm so fucking confused. I'd be upset if my children believed me.
3, 2, 1.
Oh shit.
I can't be a hypocrite and say I would do the exact same thing I know religion and the religious have done to me and others, hearing all of you, and say, you're disowned, you're no longer welcome in my home. You are no longer a part of my life. I can't do that, and so therefore I'm going to change my answer to disagree.
Your own relationship with God is very personal, so who am I to say who you should believe in or what you should believe in? As long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself, whatever's in your heart, just do it as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Would I be upset if my child believed in a God? A little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, damn, I didn't do a good job. But I agree with a lot of your guys' points. Like, as long as you're not hurting people, as long as you're like pursuing your happiness, be yourself, be happy, whatever that looks like.
I also think my problem with a religious person has never been their religion. It has been like things that they have used that religion to justify,
Your interpretation of it.
Yeah, or actions or behaviors in name of their God. You know, so if my child chooses to believe in God and they don't use that to justify harm or malice, and that's fine.
Yeah, and one person I really look up to who is kind of Christ-like is Mr. Rogers. Yeah. He's always been gentle and nice, you know? And he believes in God. Who am I to say, hey, Mr. Rogers, you need to stop?
Yeah, you guys all want to do lunch?
I really enjoyed that discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really interesting to hear that some of these atheists are still open to spiritual ideas.
Definitely. A big thank you to
I feel like this was too one-sided, dude.
Dashlane for supporting this.
I like when there's confrontation, it's more like spread out. This was too like one-sided, I feel like.
It securely
And that one
generates
girl
and
kind of
stores
like
all of your password information.
had all the discussion to herself almost. You know, like the girl with the nose. It's almost like she was like having like a, you know, did like a one-man dialogue. You know.